Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. The days of retinol are numbered. In the last 12 months alone, retinol has gone from representing 73% of the skincare retinoid market to just 12%. That's in just 1 year. And I think by the time we reach the end of 2026, I don't think retinol will be featuring in any of our skincare routines. There's a lot of driving factors behind this. Trends have changed, we've had newer technologies, and of course, there's been some tightening of restrictions around retinol, and of course, some bans in certain territories. All of this has just led to brands and consumers moving away from it as an ingredient. But I still believe that retinoids are a core part of an evening skincare routine. They boost collagen and elastin, they minimize fine lines and wrinkles, and they speed cell turnover to just get our glow game on point and to eradicate any hyperpigmentation. So in this video, I want to explore the very best alternatives to retinol. Maybe you've already switched to another option and you want to just verify that it's the right one for your individual skin's needs. Or maybe you're one of the few people that are still using retinol in your skincare routine and are looking for some other options should it no longer exist. This guys is the video for you. Sit back, relax, and let's talk the very best alternatives to retinol. So in today's video, I'm going to cover all of the best-selling retinoid options out there. We're going to do a deep dive talking about the pros, the cons, who I think could most benefit from each and every one, and of course my favorite products in each category. Just know that as always, these recommendations aren't sponsored and they're never in paid partnership. I pride myself on my independence and I like to speak from the heart, never the wallet. So if you appreciate truly independent skincare content, make sure to do all that YouTubey stuff. Reach down and give the video a big thumbs up and a like. Follow and subscribe if you haven't already, because we would love to have you as part of the Mad About Skin family. And if you feel so inclined, leave a comment. Let me know what your current go-to retinoid is. That way we can see what the opinions of the wider Mad About Skin community are. I really do appreciate each and every one of you that takes your time out of your day to engage with the videos that I create, because I wouldn't be here today without the love, kindness and support of you guys. So just from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Now, without further ado, I think it's time we cut that waffle and delve straight on in. So retinol. As an ingredient, it used to have a monopoly on the over-the-counter retinoid market. This all started to change around 3 years ago, where brands started to formulate with newer generation retinoids, such as Retinol, which studies started to show were delivering greater benefits with fewer side effects and irritation. This switch then got turbocharged with legislation that came in initially in the European Union, but then it's gone wider and is now a global phenomenon where regulators are really clamping down on retinol with an O and the concentrations that can be used. Brands just thought, you know what, retinol is getting far too confusing, it's far too hard to formulate with, and consumers increasingly are not really wanting it as part of their skincare routine. This is why products like this, the ordinary retinol 0.5 in squalane, no longer exist. It was discontinued and was replaced by their Retinal emulsion, which is now one of the brand's best sellers. Consumers still crave retinoids as part of their anti-aging skincare routine. They just don't want retinol. And I'm here to say it doesn't need to be super confusing. Making the switch is really easy. So let's start with my absolute favorite retinoid, and that is Retinal. I think if you're looking for like a like-for-like switch from retinol to something else, Retinal is probably the easiest option. Studies show that Retinal actually is more potent than retinol. It goes through fewer conversions in the skin to get to the retinoic acid that our body needs to deliver that anti-aging benefit. Fewer conversions means it retains its potency, so it just delivers greater results. It's also, and this is the important thing, statistically much less sensitizing on the skin. So you get greater results with fewer side effects and irritation. And that for me is ding, 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 win, win, win all the time. I think that Retinal with an A is quickly becoming the go-to retinoid over the counter, and brands just cannot get enough of it. Some of my personal favourites are these. I love the Geek and Gorgeous A game. This comes in 3 strengths. The 5 is the low strength, the 10 is the mid strength, and the 20 is the high strength. This is a great option, super affordable, cruelty-free, as are all the recommendations today, and just a really, really nice product to incorporate. Comes in a pump packaging, keeping it super fresh, and yeah, one of my absolute favourites. The Ordinary I referenced earlier, they have their Retinal emulsion, which is in a 0.2% strength, which is a super high strength option. They don't currently have any mid or low strength options to go for, so I would say if you're used to retinol and you've used it consistently in your routine, it's probably fine to just do a straight switch to the Ordinary. If you're new, you probably want to go for one of the low strength Geek and Gorgeous options and work your way up. Just because it's not retinol, it's retinal, and it's much more gentle on the skin, you still need to start slowly and work your way up. You don't want to go in with a super high strength option from day one, as that's just going to trigger a lot of sensitivity in the skin. Finally, if you're looking for something that goes beyond just the face, you want to take your anti-aging onto the body, which is something I recommend. I actually created this product. This is the Mad About Skin Ultimate Anti-Aging Oil. This is an oil-based retinal in a mid-strength concentration. You can mix a couple of drops of this in with your moisturizer, then use it on the body. You can use it neat as a facial oil on the face too. It's really up to you. I wanted to create a super flexible product that means you don't have to like stop your anti-aging here. You can take it head to foot. Get your favorite body moisturizer, put a couple of drops of this into it, and it'll just elevate it. Make sure that you're getting that retinoid action from head to foot. I use this on the neck, which is a super sensitive area because this is really gentle and has some hydrating oils. You can use it under the eye too. I'll then traditionally go in with a higher strength option for the rest of my face, but it's up to you. I think retinal is really special because you can actually use it alongside everything. It pairs really well with other actives, so you can use it alongside vitamin C, you can use it alongside peptides, all the things that sometimes we think we can't use our retinoid with, you can with retinal. One of my favorites, and this one at the moment is currently buy one get one free, so if you did want to stock up, make sure you've got a good amount so you can really use it head to toe, or maybe share it with a friend. How to access that is linked down in the description box below, as are links to the other products I mentioned. Now up next when it comes to retinol alternatives is something called Granactive Retinoid. This is a bit more niche. I feel that retinal, which we just spoke about, has really taken the market by storm and lots of people are using it. Granactive Retinoid is a little bit more niche and specific, but it could be a game changer for specific skin types. Now, the skin type that I think could most benefit from Granactive Retinoid are people that are oily and acne prone. Granactive Retinoid is actually the most potent retinoid over the counter when it comes to minimizing acne-causing bacteria. Not only does it speed up cell turnover to eradicate breakouts and hyperpigmentation and scarring, but it also helps reduce acne-causing bacteria, meaning you'll get fewer breakouts in the first place. That it could be a cheeky game changer if you are if you have very sensitive but acne-prone skin, because Granactive Retinoid, like with retinal, is also statistically less likely to cause sensitivity than retinol. So it's got greater benefits, particularly for those with adult acne, but it also has fewer side effects and irritation, meaning it's just a truly wonderful product. There are a couple that I recommend. One of my personal favorites is this. This is the Dr. Sam Flawless Nightly Pro. They do a basic version and a pro version. The pro version has the highest dose of this Granactive Retinoid, so it's the one that I personally would reach for. I love this. Absolutely love it. It's a powerhouse serum that is really like a one and done for your evening routine. Cleanse the skin, put this on, top off with the moisturizer, and you're done. You've got a great routine, and it's all thanks to this comprehensive formula. This uses the highest potency of Granactive Retinoid over the counter. Great if you have very sensitive skin, wonderful if you have acne prone skin, and I would say the Granactive Retinoid also works really well for people with very dryness prone skin. If you're somebody that struggled to use retinoids because it just triggers a lot of dryness and irritation, maybe try Granactive Retinoid. It could be a wonderful option for you. Another great Granactive Retinoid is the ordinary Granactive Retinoid emulsion. This is great because that emulsion adds to the hydration of the serum. So this is great, again, if you have very dryness prone skin, and it's just a more affordable option. It's not as complex in terms of how it's created as the Dr. Sam one, which is my personal favorite. But if you want to do Granactive Retinoid on a budget, I think you really can't go wrong with the ordinary emulsion. Such a wonderful product, and definitely one that I think could be a great budget-friendly place to start with Granactive Retinoid. Now, if you have super sensitive skin and the idea of using a retinoid, whatever form, absolutely terrifies you, you could always go for a retinol ester. Now, whilst retinol as an ingredient is the one that's been regulated, that brands are moving away from, and that is increasingly getting really hard to get your hands on, Retinol esters, which are almost like a derivative of it, are still available. Now, they are really, really gentle, and you have to use them very consistently in order to get results. So you need to bear that in mind. But if you have very sensitive skin, a retinol ester might be a really good option to go for. One of the most popular is something called retinol palmitate, which again, super gentle, but will still deliver in the long run. I would just say for most people out there, they would probably be better starting with Retinol or Granactive Retinoid. You'll get quicker results. You don't have to worry about the sensitivity because they're pretty gentle in their own right. I would say that retinol palmitate and the other retinol esters are reserved just for those that have super sensitive skin that maybe haven't got on with retinoids in the past. If that's you, then reach for a retinoid ester. One of the best creams out there is the viral A313 cream, a French pharmacy staple that seems to be blowing up on TikTok right now. Everyone's going mad for it. I would just say my caution with this one is if you see people online fangirling about it saying it's amazing, it's the best thing I've ever used, just know that it's great if you have very sensitive skin, but it is super gentle. And so those retinol esters have to go through a lot of conversions in order to get to the retinoic acid, which means that they actually lose a lot of the potency along the way. Gentle, amazing for beginners, but for people that are already established retinoid users or are looking for a bit of an extra punch of anti-aging, I don't think even the viral A313 cream is going to cut it. So retinol esters, they're for beginners, for people with super sensitive skin. For everyone else, you might want to look to the other options. Then, of course, we have our prescription strength friends. Now, I say these are prescription strength. It will depend where in the world you live as to what the specific legislation is. First and foremost, let's talk about adapalene. So adapalene is one of the newest generation retinoids, and this is specifically designed to treat acne. So many years ago, tretinoin used to be the go-to retinoid for acne, and then people realized it doesn't actually work that well. It does something, but it doesn't do everything we want. And then investigation showed that adapalene was much more effective at controlling acne and breakouts. In some countries such as the US, you can get adapalene over the counter. Its trade name is different. Here in the UK, you will need a prescription, and in some other countries you do too. Depends where you live. But I would say adapalene is great for anti-aging, proven anti-aging benefits, but also great for minimizing acne. So if you don't mind going for a prescription, paying for the time and the inconvenience of getting that prescription, adapalene could be a gold standard, particularly for that teen in your life that is suffering with hormonal acne, breakouts, and just needs something to get on top of it. Adapalene could be your best friend. Then we've got tretinoin and tazarotene. These are the two which are the most frequently used prescription options. I actually covered tretinoin in a separate video, so I won't go into too much detail here. I'll leave a link to that up there. It is one of the best, in fact, it is the best studied of the retinoids out there, proven to deliver next level anti-aging benefit, but it's ridiculously sensitizing on the skin. So if you're the sort of person that wants a product that really just delivers and you're happy to fight through what we call the retinoid uglies, the dryness, the sensitivity, the irritation, to get to the beautiful skin on the other side, then tretinoin could be your best friend. For most people, I think it's generally a little bit too sensitizing. And again, share with me your tretinoin, like before and afters, down in the comments. And that's where maybe I want to finish the video. Tazarotene. Now, this is a new generation retinoid that you're probably hearing a lot more of in 2025. A lot of online dermatologists are now saying that they're recommending their patients move from tretinoin to tazarotene because it actually delivers the same, or in some cases better results, with a lot less side effects and irritation. Now, because tretinoin and tazarotene are both prescription strength, I would always recommend that you go to a medical professional, have that consultation, work in partnership with them to work out which is the right one for you. But I think the days of tretinoin being termed the gold standard, almost like the only one you need, are gone. Tazarotene is on the market and lots of people are really singing its praises. So I'm going to leave that up to you to have a discussion with your prescriber or however you access either of those. But it's definitely worth maybe checking in with your prescriber and saying, I'm on tretinoin. Could tazarotene be a step up? Could it be less irritating? What's your take on it? And I'm sure they'll share their feelings and whether it ultimately would be appropriate for you. But yeah, just know that when it comes to holy grails, it doesn't stop at tretinoin. There might be something that just pips it to the post. And for me at least, I got far greater results and less sensitivity from tazarotene than I did from tretinoin. I'm just a sample of one, but I do see a lot of people online saying the exact same thing. So there you have it. The days of retinol might be numbered, but retinoids are here to stay, and they still form one of the very best components in an effective anti-aging skincare routine. In today's video, hopefully I've been able to share with you how to move from retinol to one of the other options, and which might be the very best for your individual skin's needs. For me, I'm team retinol all the way. It delivers the best outcomes with the minimum side effects and irritation. But I've also got great results with tazarotene, which is a super high strength prescription option. I think there's always going to be some trial and error and playing the field a little bit to find the right one that works for you. But I'm here to say, if you're still using retinol, its days are numbered. One of these other fantastic retinoids might just be the hidden gem that you're waiting for. Let me know if you have any questions, thoughts, comments down in the comment section below, and wherever you are in the world, guys. Stay safe, stay well, and love your skin. Take care. Bye.